Hello everyone, this is Mr. Andy, and today we are going to move on with our next lesson. So we are going to see problem solving with fractions. So we are going to learn how to solve problems with fractions. And we have prepared three examples for you today. Let's start with the first one. So here we have our first word problem. Let's see. Richard paid 3/10 of his $1,140 paycheck in taxes. Of what remained, he paid 1/6 on a loan payment. So the question is, how much did he have left after those payments? So after the taxes and after the loan. Okay, so we are going to solve this problem step by step. The first thing that we do is we need to see the key points of the problem. So we need to see that how much is the paycheck, the taxes, the loan payment, and what is the question. Now we are going to prepare a summary with all the information that we have and what information is missing. What do we need to find out? So let's see. We have so far. So this is the summary, and our first step is going to find out how much money does Richard have after paying the taxes, and our second step and last one is how much money does he have after paying the loan. Okay, let's start with our first step. So, first step, Richard had $1,140 paycheck, taxes is 3/10. Okay, we have a bar chart to help you. So, as you can see, there are 10 boxes here. 3 of them are with the letter T, which means taxes, and 7 of them are remaining or remained. Okay, so 3 of these boxes are taxes, and only 7 of these boxes are the money that Richard has after the taxes. And let's see, how do we find how much money does he have after the taxes? All we need to do is to divide the paycheck, $1,140, by 10, which is the total boxes on the bar chart, and multiply that with 7, because 7 out of 10 are the money remained from the paycheck. 3 out of 10 went to pay the taxes. And if we do the division and multiplication there, the result is going to be $798. Okay, so this is step 1. But remember, we have step 2 as well. What was step 2? Do you remember? Let's see. Step 2. So Richard is going to pay a loan as well, and we need to find out how much money are left after the loan payment. What do we do here? Again, same logic. First, bar chart to help us. We have 6 boxes now. One of these boxes is going to be the loan payment. 5 of them are the remaining money left for Richard. Okay, so in order to find the remaining money, all we need to do again is we are going to divide the amount remained after taxes, $798. We are going to divide that by 6 and then multiply with 5. This is how we find how much money are left for Richard after all payments. In this case is $665. Okay, now let's do a quick recap. So here, as you can see, here you have the summary. Everything with the information that we have, and what do we need to find. We have A and B. Now here is the solution. Step 1. We find A, which is $798. We do that by dividing the paycheck by 10 and multiplying that by 7. Step 2 is the remaining after taxes. We divide that by 6, multiply that with 5, and we have $665. This is the amount left at the end. Okay? So, this was all related to problem 1. Let's move to the second one. Now, number 2. Dad paid 1/5 of his paycheck in taxes. After that, he used 1/6 of what remained as a loan payment. Then he had $860 left. How much was his paycheck? So, the logic is the same, but now we are going to start from the end and we need to find how much was the paycheck at the beginning. Let's see. The first thing that we do, we point out and we highlight the key points. So, how much money does he has at the end, the paycheck, and the payment in taxes and the payment of loan. Now, next we are going to summarize the key points. So, as you can see, this is 860, the end, and we need to find A and B, starting from here. Okay, let's move on to our steps. This one here is going to be our first step, and last one, at step 2, we are going to find the paycheck. Step 1. Okay, so we need to find A. How do we do that? Again, bar chart is going to help us. 860 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So is 5 boxes. But A has to be 6 boxes, right? So the first thing that we do, we need to divide 860 and find out how much is 1 box. What's the amount of 1 box? So what do? 860 divided by 5. This is how we find out the amount of 1 box. And that one we are going to multiply it with 6 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we are going to find the remaining amount after taxes, which is $1,032. Okay, this is step 1. Now step 2, we need to find the paycheck. Let's see. Again, we have A, which is $1,032. We found that. Now we need to find B. Again, we start with a bar chart. So $1,032 in this case is 4 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need to find out the paycheck, which is all this bar chart. Again, how do we do that? Is the same logic as step 1. But here, first we are going to divide $1,032 by 4. And we are going to find out what's the amount of just 1 box here. And then we multiply that amount with 5, and this is how we find out the amount of the whole paycheck. For example, in this case is $1,290. This is the paycheck of Dad in this case. Okay? Now, let's see again. Summarize. Here we have the information. We have $860 at the end, and we need to find A and B. In this case, step 1, we find the payment after taxes, which is $1,032. Step 2, we find out the paycheck amount, which is $1,290. Okay? Okay, so this is the end of word problem 2. Now our last problem, number 3. So the two sides of a rectangle area are in a ratio of 2 to 3, and we have the perimeter, which is 7.5 inches. Now we need to find how long are the sides. How do we do that? First, let's summarize the information that we have. Here is the rectangle, we have the perimeter, and we need to find out sides, length and width. Okay? Now, what do we do? Let's see. Solution. Here is the formula. Okay? And we need to work out the formula and find out what's the summary, what's the addition of L plus W, length plus width. Okay? And if we do all the operations, we are going to find out that the summary of length and width is 3 3/4 inches. Now we need to find out the sizes of the two sides. Okay, so how do we do that? Remember, here we have the ratio 2 to 3. Now let's see length. So we have 3 3/4, which is the addition of L plus W. We have 3, which is the ratio for length. So 3 out of 5 goes for L, length. Okay, so this is how we do it. First, we divide 3 3/4 inches by 5, and we find out 1 part. How much is 1 part? Then we are going to multiply that by 3, and the result is going to be the length. So the length side of the rectangle is 2 1/4 of inches. Okay, now our last part, width, is the same logic, but we are going to divide by 5 and then multiply by 2, because here the ratio is 2 to 3, and the result is going to be 1.5 inch, 1.5 inches. Okay, now you can also do here an extra check. Okay, so if you want to be sure for the result, all you need to do is 2 1/4 inches plus this one, it should be equal to 3 3/4 of inches. Okay, if this is correct, then your answer is correct as well. Okay guys, so these were all the word problems that we had prepared for you today, and I hope you are enjoying your holidays. See you soon. Thank you.